Alright, so in today's video I'm going to be showing you how to do basic animation in Java, and to do that I'm going to be drawing on an applet, not on an actual frame. So we're going to start off the same way, create a new project file, and create a new class. Now, drawing in an applet is almost the same as drawing on a frame, except there's some small differences, and I'll tell you the differences right now. And so there's 4 things you need to do when you're doing animation in Java and you're going to draw it on an applet. So the first thing is we have to put our signature for our applet, which is implements runnable. Now, this is needed for drawing on an applet. Now, the next thing we need to do is we need to import something. So we're going to import java.awt.star. That's for graphics. And next we're going to import java.applet.star. Now, also what we need to do, since we're drawing on an applet, we need to extend to the applet. And now that we have, so we're not going to have a main in this program because we're just going to be drawing on it on this applet. So the next thing we need to do is we need an instance variable to hold the applet's thread, and I'm going to declare that in just 1 second. And this instance variable is going to be used throughout the program for this animation. Now, and next what we need is a start and stop method that spawn the thread, and it prevents it from running. And the run method that we're also going to need contains the code that starts running when the applet begins. Now, we're going to start off by creating our applet thread, and we do this just by simply putting thread runner. We can call it anything, I'll just call it runner. So now that we have a runner, what we do next is we're gonna create int xpos is equal to 500. This is gonna be our x position. So since we're gonna create scrolling text, we're gonna have our x position on our only our x position is gonna be changing. Our y position is gonna be constant. So now that we've created those 2 things, we're going to start out by creating public void start. And what we're going to do here is we're going to check if the runner is null. And the runner, we're going to check if the thread is null. The thread will not start until the parent thread calls this thread.start. So we're just going to go if runner is null, then runner is equal to new thread, and we'll put this. So if it's currently not running, this runner is currently not running, then we're going to create a new thread and we're going to get it running, runner.start. Okay, and that's all we have in our start method. Next we have our stop method, public void stop. And in our stop method, we just go, this method stops the thread from executing, so we just go if runner is not null, then we're going to make the run method next, and returning from the run method causes an automatic call to the stop method, so we're going to go runner.stop. Actually, we're just going to go runner equals null. That's all we need to do. Okay, so that's all we need in our stop method, and next we're going to create our run method, public void run. Now this is the main method. This is where it actually animates. Now we're going to go while true. So this is an infinite loop, and in here we're going to go repaint first of all, and if you watched the last video you know what repaint does. And next we're going to go thread.sleep, and I'll go, and this is in milliseconds, so I'll go 30. And we need to put try and catch around this, so I'll just let the program do that. And now what thread.sleep does is it waits for a set amount of time, which is 30 seconds. So it's going to repaint after every 30 seconds. So now what we're going to do is create our next method, which is public void paint graphics G, and it's the same one I used in the previous video that I used to create shapes. Now what we do here is g.drawSpring, and we put our message here. We can go hello Java, and we put our X position, and remember we declared the variable up there for XPOS, so we'll just put XPOS here, and here we put our Y position. It's going to stay constant. I'll put 30. Okay, now that we've done that, we're going to go XPOS. After we draw this, we're going to go XPOS minus minus. This subtracts 1 from XPOS. So remember what we're trying to accomplish is we're trying to scroll it, so we're going to go 1 pixel to the left every 30 milliseconds basically. And last thing we need to do, this isn't necessary, but if XPOS is less than if XPOS is less than a certain number, then we need to move back to the right. So I'll go negative 200. Okay. Then we're just gonna put XPOS back to its initial position, which is 500 right here. So if it goes less than negative 200, which is off the screen, then put it back at 500. Now we can run our program and run it on applet, and as you can see, it prints hello Java, and it's scrolling, and it's subtracting 1 pixel every 30 milliseconds, and once it gets off the screen, it's going to come back on the left. And let's see if that happens here. There we go. So actually this should be negative 50. That'll work better. So that's basic animation in Java, and drawing on an applet, animating on an applet. And as you can see, we're getting a flicker effect here, and that can actually be fixed, but it involves more heavy animation. And that's much better. So now we have our basic animation in Java, and we can change this message, we can change the font, we can change the color, but not going to do that right now. So thanks for watching, and hope this video helped.